Well, welcome to week 8. The pedal has really hit the metal now in this class, okay? There's assignments due every single solitary week. There's also discussions as usual. There's no more journals, okay? From now on, all your writing is directly related specifically towards getting your research paper done. Okay, that said, we're in the unit now, Unit 3, where the process of writing the paper unfolds, okay? This is not something you wait for the last minute and write. You're actually starting to write it this week. And the first step is you're going to create what's called an annotated bibliography. And this is a way to get all your resources organized for you and to show yourself that you've got good resources and to show me that you've got good resources and to also show me that you understand how to properly cite your material. Critical, you must learn this for this course. So in order to do all this work, okay, that's coming up, you must very carefully go through all the lectures of the quote quizzes in item 3 in your learning module, your new learning unit, okay, table of contents on the left. Stick to that, you'll be fine. A couple of you are still lost, I don't understand that. Stick to the learning unit, stick to the learning module, that's the thing that unfolds, the table of contents on the left for this unit, okay. Follow in order and you'll be fine, okay. So this week you're working on annotated bibliography. I have a couple of lectures in there telling you how to set up a works cited list, helping you understand in-text citations. There's some other lectures on paragraphs and topic sentences. That's critical that you understand that for the paper. I'll get to that in a minute. I have some review for topic sentences. That's critical. I have some lecture on how to quote sources. You'll be doing that in your literature review as well as in your paper. I'll get to that in a minute. They tell you how to avoid dropped quotations. Students often do that. That's critical. You can't do that for this paper. You can't drop your quotes. You'll need to look at that lecture very carefully. There's more material on writing the thesis statement. Your thesis statement is going to make or break your paper. All right. There's the thesis statement creator. It's really fun. Students who've used that have really gotten a lot out of it. That's item 3.8. And then there's a quiz on topic sentences. That's fun. There's also what I call the Home Key Library Citing Guide in this unit that gives you a model on how to cite your databases. Okay, this isn't rocket science. You just have to look at it, read it, understand it, and get it cited correctly. There's no room for error in citation. Okay, that said, you have discussions in week 8, that's this week, about global warming and about the energy debate. Those are just critical thinking exercises. I'll get in there, we'll play around with it. This is get you to drill down deeper. That's the term. You drill deeper. Same thing Jim Morrison said, break on through to the other side. That's what critical reading is. Break on through, drill down deeper in your thinking. Okay, don't just take the first thought that comes to mind or the first talking point that the talking heads, like Rush Limbaugh and Glenn Beck and those people tell you to think and believe. That's not the way the world works. You don't want people telling you what to think. Okay, you want to figure it out for yourself by going to the resources that are available to help you figure it out. That said, your annotated bib is due at the end of this week. Item 6.1 and 6.2 explain that in detail. They give you a sample. Okay, that's critical that you look at the sample. It's critical that you understand it, and you submit your item, your annotated bib to item 6.3. That's the link for the actual assignment. You also, on end of week 9, okay, you have what's called a literature review. It's a very, very long paper. It's like writing a paper. It reviews all your research up through week 9. It's critical that you do that. It's an exercise for you that really helps you get organized. It really helps you understand your material. It really understands how you're going to actually write this paper when you're ready to sit down and write it. The next thing you're going to do, end of week 10, you're turning in PowerPoint, and that's actually your organization for your paper. PowerPoint's an organizational tool. It's an outline tool. So you're going to create a PowerPoint about your research, about how you think your paper is going to go, and then you should write your paper in that same form, that same shape as your PowerPoint. And the purpose of the PowerPoint is multifold. It's to help you get organized, all right, and it's to help you share your work with the class. This is about sharing. This research isn't just for you. It's not just for me. It's for, you're looking at an audience. It's very critical that you understand you're writing towards an audience. You're analyzing this information. You're creating an argument that you're going to present to an audience. That's critical, okay? Then your first draft of your paper, your actual writing of your paper, is due for peer review at the end of week 11. And it's critical that you write a quality draft. I've had students complain that other students have just turned in junk. I guarantee you, you will not turn in junk to me. All right? You cannot do that. You will not do that. I've had students try to do it, and I zap you. Okay? You cannot turn in junk for a rough draft or first draft. It must be your absolute best effort. That's what a first draft is. That said, I need to talk about the late policy. I may have been a little lenient at times for a few of you. The leniency is over now. Okay, the syllabus is very clear. about the late policies. We're now in the actual stage of writing the paper. You cannot be late for multiple reasons, one of which is that you'll just get way too far behind. And then two, this is a part of the course where it's really critical that you understand the process of writing a research paper and that I'm able to give you feedback. I cannot give you feedback on late material. You short-circuit the process when your material is late, so don't do that. Okay, that's the late policy. I think you'll find it very interesting. Item 7 in the learning module is some additional resources for this unit that I've just put in there, and they're really quite cool. Item 7.1 is an annotated argument. It's an annotated student rebuttal argument, and it's the kind of paper I'm kind of thinking you'll be writing for most of you. You ought to look at that. Annotated means that in this case, an instructor or somebody went in and made commentary on the paper, not so much if it was good or bad, but what this particular feature of the paper was serving to accomplish. And you could actually write your own paper modeling it on this model that I presented for you. Okay, so item 7.1, I think you'll find that very, very interesting, and I'll refer to that again in my upcoming welcome, weekly overviews. Item 7.2 is also some revision materials. But please look at 7.1, look at the annotations, and they explain the structure of the paper and what's going on. This will be a very, very useful learning experience. Okay, I better quit yakking. As usual, if you have questions, you know how to reach me. All right, and as I said, no more tolerance on lateness. Late penalties to be enforced with the hammer down. Okay, so hey, get a hold of me if you have questions.